Well, Neville, it's nice to have you back. It's we've been trying to get to do this for quite a while, and I finally nailed you down on this beautiful sunny winter's day.
It certainly is that.
Beautiful, yeah. Listen, tell me, before we get started, how's Sea Probe going?
Oh, real good, marvellous. As a matter of fact, he's out today.
You see, what sort of work are they doing?
His tail knocked about out there today.
Yes.
It's a little bit rough.
A bit rough, yeah.
Well, mostly fishing, and they're doing well too. They come in with a couple of bins. If they have only a day where they catch a bin of fish, they're not doing real well.
That's big bins too, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah.
You're getting a big snapper and all the rest of it. And doing a bit of diving as well.
Oh yes.
Great stuff.
And winter, of course, the best time for diving.
Oh, it is,
yes, you get better clarity in the water, better visibility.
Listen, we'll get into that in some detail later on, but we've been talking for quite a while about the fact that we've been doing all this for about 14 years, and we've never really gotten back to basics, have we?
No, not for a long time, and we've never ever got back to fishing line.
No. So let's have a look at that, because what the plan is that we will put all this together sequentially over the next how many weeks, who knows how many weeks, and then we'll have it in video form so that you can go from absolute total fishing beginner to expert fishing in whatever area you like to choose on the basis of watching the video that we're producing today. So this is a historic day, Neville. Day one. Okay, let's get into fishing line.
Right. Now, firstly with fishing lines, Chris, all right, it is basic gear.
Yeah.
But let's not forget it is the most important gear in your creel.
Obviously.
It's the telegraph between you and the fish.
Yeah.
Nothing else is between you and the fish, only a fishing line.
Everything's just accessory to
everything has got to be telegraphed down that line, what the fish is doing, so that you are smart enough to catch it.
Well, obviously you have to be able to understand the signals that the fish is sending as well.
And it all comes down the telegraph, down the fishing line.
Now we see various weights of line. You get little tiny fine lines there, you get medium and you get heavy ones such as this one. Is the thickness of the line directly related to its breaking strain?
To a point, yes. To a point, yes. Sometimes you can get a fishing line, and I can use some brand names for this, but they're for their breaking strain they are very, very thin.
Right.
But I don't go in for that.
Right.
I don't believe that that's the way to go. I believe the way to go is just pure good fishing line.
Right.
A lot of people are walking around chain stores and even tackle shops have got them these days. We have in our shop. Fishing line, 500 yards for $4.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, hey, that's not the way to go. That's not the way to go, Chris.
So somewhere in between that really high-tech, thin, high-breaking strain and the 500 yards for $4 is the way to go.
If you get a good class line, you are right. You are on the right way.
It's going to do the job.
Now, buying a good class line isn't the end of it. You've got to know where you're going to go fishing to use that line before you can select a line. Now, if you're fishing on the sand continually, you can use an ultra soft line, as in, say, a Maxima or an Accreta or something like that. If you're fishing off the rocks or around snags, as in brim fishing, you would choose something like a platypus line where it's got a harder case on it. It's not ultra soft in other words.
Now let's get back to that. These are obviously made basically from nylon.
Right.
But they are treated to effectively case harden them in the case of hard lines.
Yes. That's done when they're extruding the line, I believe.
Yeah, it's done as a part of the basic manufacture of the line. Okay, well look, there's obviously an awful lot more to say about this. Let's leave it for this week and come back next week, and we'll go into it in more detail. We'll have a look at knots and things like that.
Sure do.
See you next week.